Townhouses, condominium at apartments ay isa lamang sa mga properties dito sa Pilipinas na maaari mong okupahan kung ikaw ay isang turista na nais manatili ng pangmatagalan sa bansa. Tinatayang 8.6 milyong mga turista ang bumibisita sa bansa taong 2019, ngunit bumagsak ito ng 0.16 million pagtungtong ng 2021, bunsod ng paglaganap ng COVID-19 cases sa bansa. Bagamat ang COVID-19 ay isang napakalaking pagsubok sa buong mundo, hindi ito naging hadlang sa mga foreign nationals at pinili pa ring manirahan sa Pilipinas dahil sa ganda ng lugar at mababang cost of living sa bansa. Ngunit sa isang banda, ginawa itong tsansa ng mga mapang-abusong nilalang na gawing biktima ang mga foreign nationals upang mahulog ang mga ito sa kanilang mga kamay na kaanib sa isang malawakang real estate scam. Studio City, Alabang, Entrata Urban Complex, Alabang, The Levels by Philinvest, Alabang at Ayala, Alabang Village ay isa lamang sa mga prestihiyosong condominium companies mula sa Muntinlupa. Ngunit paano na lamang kung ang mga nabanggit na condominium ay isa lamang sa mga napakaraming kumpanya na ginagamit ng mga scammer upang makapangloko at kumalimbat ng milyong-milyong salapi galing sa mga inosenteng tao, kabilang na ang mga foreign nationals na walang ibang hiniling kundi manirahan ng tahimik dito sa Pilipinas. Marami kaming nakalap na impormasyon na ang bagong taktika ng mga scammer ay targetin ng mga foreign nationals gamit ang social media. Scammers modus operandi na dapat iwasan. Magpapanggap na sila raw di umano ang kanang kamay ng may-ari at sa kanila na lamang ibibigay ang down payment ng nasabing rental property. Pamimeke ng perma at dokumento ng may-ari ng kondominium para mapalabas na sila ay otorisadong tao na tumanggap ng pera mula sa mga renter o biktima. Pamimeke ng mga valid IDs upang mapaniwala ang mga biktima na sila ang tunay na may-ari ng kondominium. Paniningil ng labis na presyo ng sirang gamit sa rental property. Pagpaparenta ng kondominium na walang kaalam-alam ang mga may-ari ng property na ang kanya palang kondominium ay inaalok sa iba't ibang tao para makakulimbat ng paunang hulog o down payment. Ilan lamang ang mga ito sa mga estratehiya ng mga mapang-abuso. Ating busisiin ang kwento ng mga biktima ng real estate scam sa Pilipinas at kung paano nila nasasagawa ang walang awang pananamantala at pangloloko ng mga inosenteng mamamayan. Ayon sa aming pag-iimbestiga, nakalap at nakilala namin ang top 3 real estate scammer sa bansa pa hanggang sa ngayon ay kumakalat at naghahanap ng panibagong biktima.
He was referred by other company. 2 units and 2 months deposit. In total is 80,000. He returned the authorized contract a long time after we signed the contract, and we didn't realize at the time that he gave us a totally different contract, which was a fake contract with a different name. Until we returned, until we turned over the unit, he disappeared because we asked our deposit back. And the ridiculous thing was the owner didn't know that. We tried to reach the owner, but broker wouldn't give us the contact information from the beginning. And the building admin, they should help us to contact the owner, but they are not helpful. And this case was going super slow. The police who in charge of this case is still on processing. I guess this will be another dead case on the table in the anti-fraud department. We went to head police station in Quezon City to file the case. At the beginning, Benji answered the phone call called by police and expressed he would come to settle this matter. However, he didn't show up and not answer the phone call anymore. Benji scammed a lot of companies, not just us. I cannot believe someone would do this kind of crime and without shame. Thanks to Philippines demonstration, we learned a big lesson. And looks like in the Philippines, the law protects owner sites more than the tenant site.
Donna was introduced by the other company. She used to handle so many units, and unreturned deposit from my side is up to 300K like that. They are not helping us. Even they know the broker has problem. I thought at least they can be the coordinator to help the tenant side a bit instead of doing nothing. And we understand that they cannot give us owner's information, but they could help us to contact the owner and tell the owner the matters that we have. Unfortunately, they didn't help us at all. Well, they do whatever they can do to deduct your money or delaying the time of returning deposit. For example, owner was sick in the hospital for several months, or owner had financial problem, or maybe owner was not in the Philippines. I wonder, can owner in the Philippines delaying the return deposit in those kind of reason? And also they make the fake authority later for the owner to represent tenant to receive deposit. Even they have received the repay money from the owner, they could still ask the tenant to fix items, otherwise they are not going to return the deposit to us. Never, even we ask to talk with the owner directly, she still not gives the contact number to us unless she makes sure we are unable to reach the owner. That is the time she is willing to give us. The only way we can reach the owner is by sending the demanding letter to them.
I found the rules on the Facebook. Then she come from a real estate website company called Lamudi. 1 year's advance and 3 months deposit in total is 3.6 million. Rose was unable to give me the notarized contract. Besides, she was also unable to give us the gift pass for moving some furniture first. After we signed up the contract and made the payment, the new banner for leasing and signing just showed up in front of the main gate. Also, still had some groups came forward use this house. It was really a bad thing. Yes, on that day, Rose said she would give me the notarized letter contract, but she didn't. She failed. On the other hand, my side were about to bring in more some of the items, but the gift pass is still not available. At that time I stay in the villa, so I asked some information from the painting co-worker who worked for the owner. Then he brought me to see the real owner, and at that time the real owner tell me I got scammed. I reported to the police immediately on the same day, but the police in that area was tricky. Looks like we need to give them some benefit first. Then they will help us. It took so long that we finally get the blotter instead of get it on that day. Believe it or not, the suspects always claim them they are innocent and give us some ridiculous reason which is unable to convince us. If the prosecutor or the judge, whoever believe it, God believes this country. Filipinos show us foreigners no brain and no justice in many aspects.
Tinatayang mahigit kumulang 4.2 million pesos ang nakulimbat ng mga suspect sa mga biktima. Naghalong panglulumo at galit ang naramdaman ng mga Chinese national dahil sa sunod-sunod na pangloloko ng mga kapwa nating Pilipino. Ano na lamang ang tingin sa atin ng mga banyaga? Manloloko, ganit o sakim sa pera? Hindi natin maaaring itanggi na ang mga masasamang gawain ng Pilipino ay siya ring tumungis sa nakakarami. Ang walang awang pangloloko at pananamantala ang nagsisilbing mukha ng Pilipino sa mga banyaga.
It is all the same in the world that the owners like to rent out the house to rich people or foreigners who can pay a higher rent. However, some of owners and the brokers are trying to bully the foreigners, and here, especially to Chinese tenants. We do understand Chinese tenants may have their own problems and misbehaviors, but this is another story. They should not be considered as a big fish and get bullied. Not just owners and the brokers, but also the maintenance or other kind of occupations. They may charge a higher price from Chinese. If this country cannot provide a fair transaction to foreigners, the local will suffer in the end. For example, higher rent and higher property price to make the local people unable to afford it. Although it is the capitalism society, if Filipinos always like to mark up the price to foreigners, yes, we might afford it, but we are not a fool, And your own doing will also destroy your own country. If you don't understand what it is about or don't care about it, it is fine, it is not our country. We feel sad for you to be a Filipino. You must do something bad to born as a Filipino. It is called karma. You may be rich in this country, the Philippines, but the people from other country will look Filipino down and won't show respect to your country and the Filipino deep down in their heart. Remember, if you want to be a criminal and make a crime to your own people, that is domestic matter. Once it comes to foreigners, it could be external affairs and it is about the world and the other countries. All foreigners in this country, no matter the nationalities, are on the same side. Your own behavior to your same kind is nothing because Filipino get used to it and know their same kind. But to the foreigners, they are different. Each individual Filipino somehow can represent the whole nations because that is where we learn about you guys one by one, little by little. So every single one's behavior is matter. You can find the corruption everywhere in this country from top to bottom. Even a nobody, a mediocre civilian who knows how to push their luck and get the money in wrongful way. For example, the building's maintenance would overcharge their service fee because they know most of Chinese doesn't know the local price and doesn't speak Tagalog or English properly. In Ayala Alabang village, you may wait for your car stickers up to 2 months until you offer them the extra money. Finally, the eyes popping, they will start to move on the procedure. It is really a shame to have this kind of matter in the name with Ayala related corporation or property. The enforcers are another brilliant group to earn their extra money. This is not news at all. Especially like to target a certain type of car because they know most of the car owners are Korean or Chinese, who means money and big fish. Aside from enforcer, police are another group to get the easy money. This not just affect the foreigners but also locals. There are some kind of police or police station. When you file a case to them, you need to bribe them first and they will start to work. Doesn't the government pay them for work? Is this not their job to handle the cases reported by the victim? If the victim pay them and they can arrest the criminal like running away scammers immediately, which might be acceptable. Otherwise, victims pay for what? Just get a blotter or a police paper, but the victim still cannot get the justice because police are unable to catch the criminals. So what do we pay for? There is an arrow for Filipino. A lot of locals think foreigners are rich. Maybe, but definitely not all of them. Foreigners could be here for many different kinds of reasons. But they have family to take care of and have the same burden like you. So please don't ever think foreigners are rich so you guys can bully them and ask more money from them. This just shows the level of where Philippines is and the national characters and the morals. As a Filipino, if you don't know about this, it's fine. Now we tell you our opinions and what we think about your country as an outsider. If the Filipino have no bottom line to be a human being, no shame and no morals, that means your religion is fake, your education has failed, you have no culture, and your legal system is a joke as a decoration. And your country will be remaining the same even after 200 years later because you guys don't know how to change and still keep the same bad hobbies. Mindset decides everything. If Filipino has no ability to adopt better culture or ideal, you will just pass your terrible culture to your children for generations. We feel sorry for you guys again. Number 1. If you really want to be a scammer, The suggestion to you is you had better to be a real orphan, just like most of romance scammers who claim they are alone, no parents, no kids, no siblings. Otherwise, once you choose the wrong target, they might eliminate your whole family. Number 2. If you want to scam the rich people, you must be careful because they also have money to hire someone to catch you or do whatever they want to you without any punishment. Just like scammers, they can skip the punishment by the law. The rich one can do the same thing also. Once again, if you choose the wrong target, it is always easier for rich people to destroy the poor people. That is the reality in the world, especially in the poor countries. Number 3. If you dare to do something shameless, that means you are not afraid of someone to expose your bullshit thing and also expose someone who relates to you. Number 4. If you like to say bullshit, especially like scammers, still need to be careful because there are some people can make your own bullshit become true. Remember, your bullshit will go back to you. Number 5. Scammers are just near around you. They may be your family, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, your classmates, etc. No matter what, you have a responsibility to correct them and know the truth instead of covering up their crimes. Otherwise, you may get troubles one day because of them. It is not a joke. Number 6. People are not born to be kind. If they choose to be kind to you, it doesn't mean they are stupid and easy to be fooled. On the other hand, that means they are well educated and have good manners. They could be very evil if you abuse their kindness. Number 7. If you have no shame and not worry about to become a black sheep and a sinner to damage the image of your country and the Filipino, just go ahead because to foreigners, we already know what kind of country the Philippines is. You just prove it again and again. To foreigners, one scammer's behavior definitely can represent 109 millions of whole population and destroy the image of this country because we never get used to it and it is not normal in other countries. Only in an abnormal society will keep silence and allow this thing happen. Number 8. Last but not least, if you choose to become a shameless person, remember, there are always have someone can do even evil things to you by the name of God and the justice.
Muli, nais naming ipabatid sa publiko na maging maingat, mapagmatsyag, maging mabusisi sa pakikipagtransaksyon ng may kinalaman sa pera. Ang social media ay isang teknolohiya na magagamit natin sa pang-araw-araw na pakinabang. Ngunit huwag nating hayaan maging daan ito upang maloko at samantalahin tayo ng mga walang pusong nilalang. Ito na ang tamang panahon na gamitin natin ang social media para puksain ang malawakang pangloloko sa mga banyaga. Tandaan ang mga pangalang Benjamin Pangilinan, Calvin Dumale, Donna Casim, Fatima Tolentino Canlas, Rose Ann Reyes Gonzalez, Jeric De Leon, Ricky Montiel, Tony Dueñas, Anroville Talob, Bernard Tanpingo ay sangkot sa maraming ilegal na gawain at pangloloko. Ipakalat ang balitang ito upang maiwasan ang mga nabanggit na tao. Huwag konsintihin pagkos ay lumaban, magsalita at tumindig laban sa mga mapang-abusong tao gaya ng mga pangalang nabanggit.